Hey y'all, hope everybody's doing okay today. Uh, kind of strange. Had another friend pass away today. Um, Not gonna sit here and pretend like Taylor Terrell was my best friend or anything, but I worked with her quite a bit, and she was always very kind to me. In fact, when I left 41 NBC about a year ago, I had like a little going away dinner and stuff, and she was one of the first people to show up that night. She always, for some reason, I only had like 10 years on her, but sometimes she would call me Mr. Ryan, and I'm like, really, Taylor? Really? But, um, but no, she was a good girl, and it's sad that she's gone, especially so young, but it also puts things in perspective. It really does. I thought about it this morning, and I was like, dang, she's gone. I think she died like this morning, early this morning or something, car accident. I don't really know much more than that. But I was like, dang, I've had 10 more, this January I'll have 10 more years on this planet than she had. Because I want to say she was 25. In fact, I think her birthday was today. I think she died on her birthday, which is extra horrible. If anybody from her family or, immediate close friends sees this, just, my thoughts and prayers are with you. God bless you. Um, Taylor was just nice. I'm not gonna sit here and make up a bunch of stuff or and all that, but she was just nice. Like going back to my little going away dinner, she was one of the first people there. She didn't have to come out. We weren't best friends. We didn't work together every day. I saw her, when I was at work, a couple times a week, maybe 3 times a week, And we had a little joke where sometimes when we would shoot promos and stuff, people would get tongue tied, and so we had this kind of like little in joke between me and her where I'd see her and I'd be like, "Hey," and she'd be like, "What?" And so we would kind of go back and forth with that. It was our own little thing. But again, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend we were best friends. But she was a very nice woman, and you hate to see anybody die, especially somebody so young. Uh, but again, it puts things in perspective. And with my buddy Robert dying, you know, his funeral just a few weeks ago, and now Taylor, obviously Robert was quite a bit older, but it puts things in perspective in the fact that we're not guaranteed tomorrow. I know everybody says that, and it's very cliche, and everybody's like, "Oh, you got to live every day like it's your last," but you really do. For so long I've been pushed back into my shell and just kind of I haven't been as happy and creative as I've wanted to be for quite a few years now, and I've just recently started getting back out of that. And this is another thing that kind of helps push me in a way. Realizing that any day now something could happen and I could be gone. I want to make sure that I'm being as wacky and fun and creative and energetic and positive as I can be every day, because no telling when the Lord's going to bring me home. And so I don't want to just keep going on and on. Taylor, you were cool. You know, Love and peace and prayers with your family. That's got to be extremely difficult for them right now. And I just hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Hope I'm not bringing anybody down. Just have to talk about what's on my mind, what's on my plate for the day with these vlogs. So anyway, everybody just have a good one. We'll talk soon.